What's up, my people? My name is Mary Frances, and I'm going to be your host for the Red Table Talk. So, we're here to discuss a very juicy, spicy topic, but I'm not alone. I have four wonderful guest speakers. So, starting from my right, ladies first, we have.
My name is Solomon Ringekoko.
Yeah.
Currently Sunsta.
We don't play.
Ufadoma Edna, co-owner of Jedna Street.
Yeah, I'm NH Pubando, popular as future, a 500 level medical student.
Ah,
Yes.
Doc.
Yes.
Mhm.
Of Senate House,
Mhm.
and also the CEO of Future Sword. Thank you.
Of course.
Introduce yourself as they put
Okay, I'm Chinedu Ugwishu. They call me a lot of things. You know what that you can do.
Ooh,
You farm. I know,
okay.
I know what you like.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm just in.
So as you can see, we have capacities, and they are ready to answer these hot questions. So please get ready, sit down, okay? Please don't forget to don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get into it. So let's begin. What is the topic of this show? Why are we here? So I'm going to tell you the little, the name of this show. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Please, drum roll, please. Drum roll, drum roll. So the name is what? Broken Heart Syndrome. The Takotsubo story. Myth or reality? Let's get into it. I said the word Takotsubo. What is that? Because I don't know whether it's a very common thing to hear. So I would love for our wonderful Ada to just give us some insight. Please explain to our listeners what Takotsubo is.
Okay, the word Takotsubo is actually not an English term. I think, yes, I'm sure. The word Takotsubo is not actually an English term. It's a Japanese word. The Japanese fishermen used to use a kind of pot to catch octopus, fishes. So when you hear the word Takotsubo normally, it means like a clay pot. Yeah. So the broken heart syndrome is actually another name for it is Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. And now I'm speaking big English. Let me just break it down. Okay, let me just break it down. So
Wait, your phone is not there.
So the word cardio, heart, myo, muscle, part is disease. Muscle, sorry, I think disease of the heart muscle. Yeah, disease of the heart muscle. Yeah, so disease of the heart muscle. So in Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, basically in that pathology, the heart looks like a pot. Normally, the normal heart doesn't look like a pot. The normal heart doesn't look like a pot, but in Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, the heart looks like a pot. So that's basically what it is.
Okay, so you said broken heart syndrome. So is this nickname, is it helpful to understand what it actually is, or is it just like oversimplifying a serious condition?
It's both ways. Because when you hear broken heart syndrome, you say this one is not serious. I call you or I call off. Like, it's not serious, you get we are taking something serious, telling you. So using the term broken heart syndrome, it kind of help us know okay what triggers it, like what it's all about, what can break your heart. This is the one, what can break your heart. So the question is what can break your heart? When you're broke, it can break my own heart. I don't know about your heart.
Wow.
You get love can break your heart. Your parents can break your heart. Your friends can break your heart. Even as you just be walking on the road, one conductor decide to just piss you up that day and break your heart. So these are all the things that
My
can
15-hour change. Hi.
these are all the things that can, cause it. So that's why the word there. But it oversimplifies it in the sense that I've already explained that it might not sound broken heart syndrome, you think it's minor and it's actually very serious something. It's sudden, it's acute, it's painful. That's all.
Okay, but like you said, when I hear broken heart syndrome, I'm just thinking, perhaps she's going through a lot, or perhaps he is going through a lot. So, when this condition surfaced, was there some kind of medical skepticism? Is it possible that the medical practitioners were like, "Are you sure this thing is a real thing, or is it that the person is just having a very bad day?" I'll just tell you. I don't know whether this thing is real. So I don't know if can you help us explain somehow how was it? Where is you? Are you on number 2? She's number 2. give us a moment. So, I said, was it met with some kind of skepticism in the medical field? Is it that once they just said broken heart syndrome, everyone just accepted it, or was there some kind of hesitation? Was it really taken up as a serious thing in the beginning?
I feel like in medicine generally,
Mm.
they like to simplify stuff because health applies to everybody, whether a layman or whether a medical practitioner. You get so in medicine usually use simplified things to make people understand what they are trying to say. Just like how they say mongoloid face is Down syndrome, you get, so that you can like let the layman know that okay, this is what I'm talking about. So I feel like maybe I was not there. maybe okay, they came up with the name Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, but like okay, if you say Takotsubo, we need to get people to understand this thing. So
Yeah.
like okay, broken heart syndrome, you get.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's usually said that women are very emotional. And most of our conditions are trivialized. Be like, I'm having headache. I'll be like, have you drunk water today? So, and then I'll be like, oh, my chest is paining me. You broke my heart. And like, don't worry, give it a few days. So that's why this condition is usually, is really delegated to women. They say that most of the time, women, post-menopausal women, suffer from this Takotsubo. So is it really true? Is it only women? Can men too? They have hobbies, the big guys, really strong, calm. Can they also have Takotsubo?
Okay, like you said, in medicine things are simplified, and there's no generalization in medicine. Every case is individualized. So it's the epidemiology like favors post-menopausal women, but it doesn't mean that other people of different age ranges or sex. In fact, one of the major cases that was being investigated in Texas, US, was a man that died of Takotsubo. So yeah, he died of Takotsubo after getting news that he lost his only brother. So that tells you that, of course, it's not just women. Most of the cases, like majority, just the way, what would I say now? Just the way HIV is prevalent in truck drivers, is prevalent in people that do certain jobs. That's just the same way. This one is more prevalent in women, post-menopausal women. It's not exclusive or absolute, So, yeah?
No, go on.
Are we on it?
It sounds sexist.
It sounds sexist, but go on.
It's not sexist. It's just health.
Sex.
Plus, you need to.
I be sexy.
Wow.
All I do-
Wow.
We never really start today.
So I don't know. It's just how it occurs.
Yeah.
Not to like attack any group of people. So
Just where
that's-
it's more prevalent.
Exactly.
So would you say that Takotsubo is actually fatal? Like it can cause life-threatening conditions? Like you said, there was a man that died.
Yeah. You can't die of Takotsubo if it is depending on how severe it is.
Talked about what Takotsubo is, but we don't really know how it happens. What is the pathophysiology? So, our brother, Ene Future, CEO. Please, can you tell us my dear, can you tell us the pathophysiology of Takotsubo?
Okay. Thank
Please
you.
don't break my heart, so. You are saying this thing.
Okay, first of all, I know that most people listening to this will be medical students, but when we say pathophysiology, we are talking about how the disease comes into play. So now, the stuff is that from the name Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, from the term cardiomyopathy itself, most times we don't even know the real cause or causing on stress. Now, another name for Takotsubo myopathy is called what? Broken heart syndrome. Now we keep on hearing heartbreaks, but the cocoa stuff there is that heartbreaks comes with what? Stress. Now this stress now can be emotional. That's when we talk about relationship heartbreaks, person die, you are depressed, you get. Now there's another type of stress called physical stress. Now but the stuff is that any of these stress will lead to release of hormones. We call these hormones stress hormones. So these stress hormones, for example, adrenaline, I know it's a common term you have heard. So these stress hormones go to the heart, stimulate the heart muscles. You understand? Now, due to excess stimulation of the heart muscles, it will now start making the myocardium itself, which is the part of the heart muscle, to start looking abnormal, or to start looking something like that can actually proper or function well. One of our speakers was talking about Takotsubo, she said that it's something like a pot, right? Now the stuff is that the heart, the apical part of the heart develops the kind of balloon shape due to the damaged heart muscles, due to the, I don't know how to put it, due to the excess stress hormones that has impinged itself on the muscle. So this is the real pathogenesis. Also, if you come to the stress hormones can also lead to high blood pressure, which also leads to what? Increased amounts of blood supply to the heart too. So that's it about pathogenesis.
So now what causes it? What will happen to me now that will now cause that release of stress hormone, cause the broken heart syndrome? Okay, so our sister Ada, give us your own insights. What do you think that causes this heartbreak? What are the triggers?
Okay, as one time this, one time that, future said that the stress induced. So basically, things that can cause stress. So now let's start thinking, what can cause you stress? Like, what can cause stress? Say it can be emotional. So sadness, sorrow, grief. Do you know that happiness can cause
In the
this?
past.
Like, happiness can cause this. I remember one movie I watched when I was younger. It's an Indian movie.
You know,
Man
Indian
won a
people.
lottery. A very poor man, like Jesus. That man is poor, like very, 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 very poor. So he was not on television. They were not calling the lottery numbers now. 2, 4, 5, 6. And I realized the last number was now 7. And I realized that he won it. That man died smiling. Like,
It can never be me.
amen.
Is that what we think?
He
That is
won,
one-
I can't remember the amount, but it was one that won the lottery.
Mm.
But it's like the shock for him. I don't know. I think it's the shock.
Yeah.
He couldn't like.
Couldn't contain. Oh.
When I was small, I did not understand what was that. I was like, you get money, they die. God, I beg, bro. It can really never be me. So those are one of the things that I'm not saying you should not be happy, but you should don't be too happy. You know that sometimes when we start laughing so much, like you're laughing and laughing, there's this play with feeling in our heart. You actually tell ourselves the truth. It's how somebody will just be making you laugh, or you'll be laughing stupid loud, you will be crying. Exactly. There's this play where they talk to our heart. Now signs and symptoms of broken heart syndrome. So make you take note. So if you have a friend that is a funny person, just say that. Hey, your heart just pay, tell them.
Leave the lady this guy.
Excess happy. Actually, basically, it's when things are done in excess, like grief. You know, there are people that when they say grief now, they say let's come to. There are some people that are not very close with their grandparents. So maybe when they are late and when they die, they may not really, the grandchildren per se may not really feel it. But it's another thing when it's your mother that dies. So the grief at that point in time is more increased. So it's like I think it's basically more of those feelings, more of them. So grief, sorrow, sadness, happiness, frustration. As a medical student, I got to computer 9th class. Let's not go into
your age.
let's not go into that. But that's basically what I'm saying. I know you understand.
Just emotional causes. Even some medical causes can also lead to that. So anything that, like you say, stress. Some surgeries, people that have surgery that the body in response to that's what it stress. It can induce the surge of adrenaline. Also, even it's like a very severe asthma attack. But these causes are also like they're just rare. It's mostly heartbreak syndrome, broken heart syndrome. It's mostly due to emotional issues. But then it's not exclusively just emotional.
Okay, now the thing is that when we say clinical features, we mean signs and symptoms. When the patient will come, or when, let's say, your relative complains to you, it comes like a heart attack. I don't know if someone has had heart attack here before. So it can be mild actually. You can have just chest pain, you understand? You can have chest pain, and sometimes it can come with you just slumping once. There's something that happened last 5 months in this school, but not like in this school. The brother, like the brother is in my class, so his brother died. The guy is in my class, his brother died, and nothing was happening. This guy just fell and died. Well, yes, and it was an issue of the heart, but there's no previous history of this guy has a heart disease, nothing. It just happens. So then, due to I overread then, I was like, this should be what? Takotsubo. Because we don't know the stress he has been through all the time. So if you're talking about clinical features, they are not actually like defined. Most of them come with just, you get, but there's always chest pain. There's always more fainting, you understand? And breathlessness sometimes, because cardiomyopathy can cause heart failure. You understand? So all the features of heart failure like edema, breathlessness, sometimes can even develop cough due to cardiomyopathy. You can go and know how. Thank you for that.
Power. They give you an assignment.
So the thing about my whole story of broken heart syndrome, since that most of us try to mix it with heartbreak, but they're not actually the same. So broken heart syndrome is more like maybe like a severe in terms of presentation, you get. So if it's for me, I've had too many heartbreaks. Yes, too many Takotsubos, too many broken heart syndromes. Maybe they are all my starting from the monetary aspect, as you can all see here that our definite treatment here is so it's like my heart is really used to it. Yes. So it's not the only time that I really felt the Takotsubo was the first time it happened. And this one was a relationship. Cut. I don't kill you. The only time that this Takotsubo was serious for me was the first time, and it was more of emotionally connected about love. Yes.
He's the one that actually needed to be fast. I don't know.
I did not know what Takotsubo was then, but me remembering my presenting symptoms, then I just know it's that what Takotsubo. Yes.
Who's that girl?
You took your breath away.
Literally.
You took your breath away.
It will sound funny, but it's actually funny. Yes. It was a junior class love. Yes. It was the first time. I told you that my hands already used to what Takotsubo now. So yes, nothing can happen. So what happened was we are like this. We don't have common names. I can't call those names. Yes, there's something called us in school. So one day, something that happened during our junior YA, we finished an exam and I was like, okay, like I will go out with this girl later on. I was planning. Then she approached me, she called me, took me to her locker and told me, you should look at these 2 pairs of palms. Like she bought 2 pairs of palms. So Mumi now, I already smile for my brain. As far she bought it for both of us. No love beds now. So she now told me that with this fit Kezi. I was like, is it Kezi that bought it for him and his maybe somewhere? She told me no. I like Kezi.
Hey! Kezi, wherever you are.
One minute silence. Just 1 minute silence.
Kezi, you.
Wait, chill. 1 minute silence.
That was my real first love. So at that moment, I don't know how I was never an asthmatic patient, but I developed asthma. Yes. So
someone.
It's something, but we thank God that I had a mom that told me that you're just starting life. Forget girls. If not, I won't be in this medical school now. There was this boy, so time that died due to village people, not knowing his love, connected to carry was myopathy. So that's my.
I'd love for Edu to give us just a very short recap.
Okay, it's been quite an enlightening show, and in commemoration of the World Heart Day, we just talked about a disease that sounded like it was anime when I first heard about it. Really interesting, and I got to find out that it's also Japanese in origin. Tako and Subo. Tako means octopus and then Subo means spot. So that's what the heart, the ventricle looks like when it's visualized in the deceased, like an octopus in the pot. Okay, so that's what Takotsubo is all about. That's where the name came from. And then we also got to understand that it can be triggered by stress, and then distress can lead to distress. So yeah, it could be triggered by a lot of stress, like emotional rampages, losing a loved one. It could be financial. It could also be medical, as we've learned, right? Severe asthma attacks, surgical stress. Basically what happens, like I was explained, adrenaline rush is like your heart is throwing a tantrum, like, oh, you're overworking me, what's all this, stress, and then the ventricles get dilated, and then you come down with symptoms of a heart attack. All this, you can hear your heart beating, you're dyspnea, you're struggling to breathe, chest pain. So, and then we also learned how to, manage the case. Unlike the heartbreak, you can manage it by, reducing, controlling the stress, and it's a pretty reversible condition, except in minute, cases where things get very serious and could be fatal, or be fatal rather. But in very rare situations, like we talked about, less than 4% fatality. So yes, we've really come a long way, and I've learned a lot. I don't know. I hope you all did as well. So I've really learned. It's been a great time for me.
The time was hard.
So thank you so much. I would love to thank all our guest speakers, Edu, Future, Vera, and Adoma. It's been a pleasure listening and learning from you. I remain your host, Mary Frances. It's a wrap. In conclusion, in view of World Heart Day, I'm just going to give you a little insight and take home.
Okay. This is old but good. Exercise regularly. Regular exercise.
Yeah, always go for routine checkups because most heart disease are silent killers.
Stay hydrated, drink more water. Eat healthy. Eat healthy yogurt. You get.
And remember to always stay happy.